Think.
Hey, Amy, my dad's here. Dad, this is. Let me see. Oh, I guess we're live. Let's just be live. Hold on. Hello. Oh, wait, let me go this one. Hello. Amy's husband is Santa Claus.
Wow.
I know.
He's really Santa Claus, huh?
Yes, he looks
That is,
just. Yes,
So she's Mrs. Claus? I didn't
kind
know
of.
Amy was her first name.
No, I'm actually the mistress. I don't want
Yeah,
to be
she's
Mrs.
Santa's
Claus.
pimp.
It's true. I make my mother-in-law. I make my mother-in-law do the Mrs. Claus stuff.
Yeah.
I
This
don't
sounds
do
like
that
a
yet.
weird Arkansas kind of thing.
I know it's a Utah thing.
I know it's Utah.
I'm just joking, Amy.
That's amazing. Well, so even when it's funny, we actually went to Utah this weekend to do some events, and they were like, "Oh, are these your parents?" I'm like, "No, that's my husband and his mom." Like, this is really awkward.
Hello,
It's really
everyone. Let me go ahead and we got into the Zoom, so that's good. Let me get the
Yeah.
chat on the screen. I don't think they're starting yet. I don't know why I can't hear. Oh. Let's Jen. Okay.
It's kind of robust.
Do you know, is someone going to be recording the call and like sending us a link?
They are gonna record it, and the girl who sent me, they're gonna Zoom's recording it, so they're
Yeah.
gonna make it available for us.
It won't be us because we're drinking whiskey and we'll not be able to record anything.
Yeah, I'm drinking whiskey and orange juice, and it's very strong.
And
So
I'm just
Okay, now I feel like I need to go add some Kahlua or Bailey's
Yes.
to my
so
coffee.
Do it.
we
Yes.
haven't.
I will be right back.
DC got us an advent calendar and it has like 25 days of whiskey.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Here's like days 11, 12, and 13.
Is that all of what she put in her drink?
No, I just put one whole flask
She
in it
just put
from Japan.
She put a flask in from Japan because she didn't want any USA made product. And
My mom has instructed us not to walk down the stairs without her assistance after the live stream. So
but she won't be able to help us. I don't know what that's going to do for us.
I think we're relegated to the upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad I
Oh
built
my
those
gosh,
risers.
that's
I'll
amazing.
sleep on one.
This meeting is being live streamed. What does this mean? Okay, got it. Oh, we can hear it.
So do we have to?
Hold on. I don't know
Okay.
why I can't hear any of the sound.
All right, Kahlua.
Hello.
There we go.
Um.
It's almost like having a
That is
latte.
presenting tonight. You have the support
Oops. Sorry, guys.
and the
Can y'all hear
vision
that?
of
No.
Yeah.
the Slay Squad
can?
superstars.
Yep.
You have the love, the support, the vision
I got us,
of the company's superstar
Stockings
diamonds
with our names on it.
and
Oh,
corporate
so cute.
themselves. Today we have the awesome privilege to share with you what
This
has
is
been happening
Christina Delgado.
behind the
She's a high
scenes
up.
In
to
what?
create
Beachbody.
an incredible change
She's a
into
former lawyer.
2023 that is completely
And now
aligned
she's an MLMer.
with our evolution of this incredible business that we love, from
I am
Beachbody
totally taking
to
notes.
body,
Yes.
from transformation pictures to health esteem and everything that goes with that.
Yeah, that's their
Guys,
new.
I have my words written down because I don't want to mess this up. And I don't want to get in front
Because you don't
of
believe it.
myself or too excited and
I
miss
don't know where to
something
put
important. But I have never
Yeah,
been
but
more
that's our
proud
screen
of
right
this
now, so I'm
company.
trying to put it in the chat.
And I want you to hang on every single word that not only I share tonight, but all the incredible women that you're going to hear from tonight. And we are speaking
Did you?
on behalf of many of the company's leaders who have come together to
I'll just put it right there.
continue our mission, continue our vision, continue this purpose-filled business of helping
I'm still
people
annoyed from
with
the
their
video
health,
you sent
their
us of Carl.
fitness,
Yeah.
their
It's so good.
mental well-being, with their
Do you think she was
business
more
and their
proud of the company
finances,
before it was
so that we
68
can
cents a share?
continue coming
Yeah.
together to create incredible
gonna try
impact
one?
and incredible income
Was
in the
it
years to
68?
come. That's the goal.
I'm trying to see if
But
I can
I'm
mute
so
her.
proud to be part of Body.
Well,
I
how do we
am
know
so
when to drink
proud
if
to
we can't hear the
partner
lies?
with Body.
Oh my
Not
God,
only
Dad.
for the last 12 years, for the next
Now, just
decade,
keep
and the
moving.
next decade after
Yeah,
that.
just open one
as
up and
we
see
evolve,
what you like.
as we
Oh, which one are you
transition,
drinking?
as we change,
Cheers.
because the world is changing. And you can't deny that
Cheers, snarkers.
everything around us is changing at lightning speed. And so we determined that we needed to do the same with this incredible business. Now, I've been around for a really, really long time. If you don't know
Oh,
that,
the Shakeology?
I've been for 12 years.
I don't know.
Just
Wouldn't that be
1
awful?
month less
I
than
put
Lindsay
vodka
and
in
I
it.
you're
I
gonna
think
get
if you
to
have
hear
any
from
extra, you should try
tonight.
it.
And I know
I think
that
I'll just
to
take
I-
some,
whiskey. That's okay.
because I have been
I have
here
put
for
vodka
a
in
long
mine.
time
No-
and served
No
in
sense
many
in ruining
roles
good
and
whiskey with
many
Shakeology.
recognitions through Beachbody and all that the corporate team puts together, whether
Oh.
it's Elite or Top 10 or all the awards and all
All
the
the
things that
nasty
I
people
sometimes
use
see
at
things
us.
through
Oh, it's
rose-colored
us.
glasses.
They heard us.
And I want
We
you
were
to know
unmuted.
that I don't always see things through rose-colored glasses.
Sorry.
I have been both internally and
We just got yelled at
externally
big time.
involved in many of our
Sorry.
challenging transitions of this
But we're
company
drinking,
for the
so we don't
last
care,
12
right?
years. Things that some of you probably don't even know happened. Like one time, they changed the flavor of chocolate Shakeology. And everybody freaked out and people went nuts because they changed some ingredient in chocolate Shakeology and
This is the
everybody
person
thought
that sent you.
the world was coming to an end. Then in 2020 and 2016 and into 2017,
good.
we went from DVDs to Beachbody on Demand. Who was around
That's
for that,
true.
right? And if you had been in the business prior to that time, you thought the world was coming to an end. The sky is falling. What is happening? And coaches like Moira Kusaba and Aaron Hopkins, who came in through that time, thought it was the best thing in the whole planet. And that's when their businesses started to take off. I've been around through the introduction of the performance line and of collagen and of beach bars and of Bevy and all these amazing products that we now
Bevy's awful.
carry. I've been around through the introduction of preferred
Yep,
customer.
this is a
and
live
maybe
Zoom.
Some of you started during the time of preferred customer. I've always and
Oh.
I also was around, like many of you, during the height
Dang
of
it.
COVID. And now I am around for the transition from Beachbody to Body, which we could all probably see coming. And
Cheryl,
I
this
will
is my
be
dad.
around for every single
I know
transition
Xcal.
that
He's my
is
adopted
to
dad.
come.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
But
Yes.
each of those times
We're
that
drinking
we
whiskey right
transition,
now.
it comes with uncertainty.
Oh,
Am I right?
let me go get some wine.
Change
Yeah, get some wine.
comes with
and coffee.
uncertainty. And
Yes.
that is a
I'll be right
natural
back.
feeling to
Okay.
have as things start to change and recognition programs
Okay.
start to
So,
evolve,
date canceled.
products start to adjust, change
I
always
checked
does,
to.
and that's an
What's the whole
easy
I was
purpose
gonna
of this
just
live
show
Zoom call?
Joanne and Melissa
What's
his
the purpose
pictures.
of this live Zoom call?
that
To motivate
uneasiness
us.
and uncertainty creates
You don't
this
feel motivated right now?
of
If I went drinking whiskey, I think I'd be falling
some-
asleep.
Oh my god.
will not rise to the occasion and some will rise to the occasion.
Oh my god.
And we're
Wow.
asking you guys to partner with us into 2023 to rise to the occasion. And
They heard us talking
recently,
smack
there have
about
been a
Beachbody,
lot of
Jessica.
conversations,
They totally
within
did.
the leadership of,
And we're
well,
still
if
in.
body
Yep.
is becoming body,
And I would do it
right?
again.
And we are transitioning to health esteem.
Oh
Then
my
how
god.
can we come
My friends put
together
vodka in advocate
and
products.
reignite a fire
Oh my
into
God.
the coaching opportunity? Because it is absolutely necessary that while the company and the products and the fitness and the body blocks and the super blocks are evolving us, that we need to do something as a coach network to evolve as well. And so
I'm already
a few of us
annoyed.
have felt called.
They're
And
desperate.
last week,
Oh,
we
yeah,
came
for sure.
together, and conversations have been ongoing even before, but we came together in Charleston, and I named the ladies' names at the
How do I
outset of
take
this call.
her?
Lindsay, Moira, Erin, Monica, Holly, Bonnie, and Hannah. We came
There we
together
go.
to
That should
have
help.
tough conversations, to
Can I
create
hide
fresh
this?
ideas, and to put something together for not only our teams, but for you, for the teams of all the Superstar Diamonds, and for the network. We had meeting after meeting after meeting with corporate, and we came to certain consensuses that we are going to share with you tonight, all of which
Just
continue
trying to
to
hide
be
the
a
top
work in
row, but I don't
progress,
think I can.
all
That's
of
all right.
which we know is going to take us
Oh,
to
here's like
the
a
next level. Are you guys with me? I hope you're still
Yeah.
with me
It
on this.
We're not.
Because I am like
They
really
made
Nope.
all these
focused
decisions
on
with
my words here.
Beachbody. why
What
are
I
they
do
releasing
know
it on a team
is
call?
that the mission
Yep.
of Body
Cheers, everyone.
remains completely
Cheers, Cheryl.
steadfast. We
Cheers.
are and always
Cheers, Jen.
will be a mission-driven company that puts people over products
Hey,
and puts transformation.
I'm values
over
driven, not
transaction.
mission driven.
Yeah.
That
Value.
will
Value.
absolutely never change. But as time has evolved since the bubble that was COVID, what we've recognized is that there's been certain challenges that have been posed
What does
to
this
our
sound to
business.
you?
One being
Other than
the
boring, what does this
evolution and the
sound like to
inclusion
you?
of the
Sounds like
preferred customer program
usual
into our
corporate
compensation
Double
plan.
speak.
Oh,
Myself
corporate
included,
bullshit.
Really,
leaned
you just
too
reduced
heavily
all of the
on
pandemic
preferred
to a
customer
bubble.
program
Yeah.
to build my
Right.
business, and that created
Forget
a-
about the
a
millions of people that
ease
died, you know.
and a
Right.
leaning
Just a bubble.
into a comfort
Hey, Tanya.
zone
Hey, Janet.
of not talking about the coaching.
We should have had a
opportunity.
bingo card for
Raise
leaning
your hand
into, linking
and please
arms.
drop in the chat
Yeah.
how being a coach has
How do you
changed
feel
Did I
about
hear
a
your
you
life.
say
Not
that
just
you
being
were
a
talking
customer
smack and they
of
heard
Beachbody
you?
using
Yeah.
our products, but how
We were
has your
unmuted.
team, how
We
has
were
the income
unmuted,
opportunity,
Cheryl, and we
how
didn't
has
get booted.
the invite
That's what happens when you
of
get liquored
your
up
coach
and
get on
into
these
the
Zoom calls.
business of Beachbody
We were
or
talking
Body
stock price.
changed
We
your
were
life. I
all with me.
guarantee you that it has absolutely transformed you, has helped
I
transform
maybe need to move her
and
over so we
create
can see her
impact in your
face.
household.
Here,
Put
let
her
me
over
fix
here
her.
to the
Income that
Yeah.
was alleviated,
Someone needs to
Yeah.
put her on like a timer.
some discomfort financially, or maybe even more than that.
There we go.
Yeah.
But
No.
we need to get back to a place where we put the coaching opportunity at the forefront of what we
They've
do
always
and
put the
take
coaching
back
opportunity at the
conversation
forefront.
That
Yeah.
our business is alive and it is well, and there
No,
are
it's
people
not.
Is it?
out there
And they have
that
all these
absolutely
responses. 100%
need
agree. That's
what we
right.
have to
Go.
offer. And tonight we are going
How
to
many-
give you not only
There's
these
719
incredible
people on
changes
this
that are
call.
coming,
Wow.
but also
Holy
the
cow.
That's why we
hope
get
and the
booted.
and the know-how that and the knowledge
That's why we're not booted.
that there
They
is
don't
a
know
lot
who we
more
are.
coming.
Yep.
There's
They
too
can't
many.
find us.
Corporate
They can't find
has
us.
heard us,
I love it
that
when
they
people
are
send
fighting
these to
with
us. This is
us to
great.
make changes that are going to enhance the coaching opportunity, and it starts tonight.
Really.
Changes in the Success Club program are going to be covered tonight because it leans heavily into the new direction of the company. What we are doing to partner
Her name's
with
Christina
Body
Delgado,
to
and she has
expand the
a
use of our
picture
entire
on her
product
back wall that says
is going
Christina
to change
Delgado
our
as well.
business.
So is she
And
is she like a
thirdly,
super?
we are finally
triple
going to
diamond or
roll
something?
out a
She's an
recognition
elite coach.
program that
She's a
ties
superstar.
our ability to
that was the
earn
year
a
they did like Andy
life-changing
Warhol
income
paintings of them.
into
Oh,
our
you're right. You're right.
recognition,
You're right.
which has eluded us
How do I
for
how do
so
I mute
long.
this?
What we ask you guys to do is to pay close attention tonight, because each part of this
She said pay
presentation
attention so many
comes
times.
together
Why
and
isn't she
ties
just
up in
interesting
a
so we
nice
pay
bow
attention?
at
She
the
keeps talking.
end,
We're going to fall
but
asleep.
we
I
want
know.
everybody on board with this,
Well,
because
and she
we
said they're going to
know
go
if
over
we
Success
come
Club
together and
changes. That
embrace
was
these changes
like
that are just
several
step
months ago,
one
and they've all
into
done it
this
on call.
year,
Yeah.
2-year process of
It
evolving
doesn't make any
Beachbody
sense.
to Body and so on and so forth, that this is going to breathe new life and excitement and
No,
joy
well,
into our
people are
ability to
leaving.
grow this
Yep.
business to
I was
continue
going to say
creating
the current coaches are pissed.
life-changing
Yep.
impact and life-changing
Oh, yeah.
income for you, for your family, and for future
In
generations.
fairness, this is the
Alright.
problem with
You
corporate
guys ready
meetings
to do
everywhere.
this? Are we ready to do this?
I think
All
I've
right,
been on
guys, the
corporate
first part
meetings
of
that
this
are better than
presentation goes
this.
to Eric
Yeah,
So,
Hopkins.
but the
I
Actually,
mean,
bottom
at
line
least
is
they
they
have
always
an
spend
agenda.
they always spend too
Wait,
much
wait,
time
wait,
talking
1 second. I'm supposed to
about
share my screen.
preparation type stuff, and by the time they get ready to go over something, everyone's gone. Mentally,
Yeah.
they're checked
Right.
out.
What do you
Right.
think about this PowerPoint slide so far?
And I'm supposed to read this quote to you.
Does it remind you of like
I found this
1998,
quote
like
today, and
kid
before I tossed it
pics,
to
you know,
Eric, who I know
layout?
is gonna
Yeah,
just
this is
drop her
horrible.
incredible passion. I know she's sweating already on this
Oh
call.
my
But I
Lanta!
found this quote today. I
Hey,
read it to
Emma.
our
We should
superstars,
hit
and I
present.
thought I'd
She did. She
share
did
it
hit
here
present. We
because
love that.
it really,
Hey, Emma.
really,
Yes.
really kind of wraps what
Emma,
we're
you
doing
missed it.
here in a nice
Emma, you missed
bow.
it. We were
And it
unmuted and
also
we're talking
signifies
smack.
what we need to do, not only as a network, as organizations, and as individual partners of Body in order to progress from this point forward.
Individual partners.
Because I know, because I felt
Transition
it too
is
after
better
the
than
announcement
change.
at leadership
Isn't it
that,
the
that
same
announced Beachbody will
thing?
not be
Kind of?
known as Body, that we are going to embrace health,
Dad, look,
Is
esteem,
a Christmas
they click
miracle.
presents a Christmas
in the
miracle.
health and fitness space, that it was like, okay, great, I love it, but
Where's
that's
my-
just a change,
That's
right?
just a
That's just a
change.
change, and it really doesn't change our behaviors as coaches. How does that necessarily impact?
Yes,
where
Emma,
we're
we
headed?
were.
And I found this quote and I realized that it's not change that we are doing right now. We are transitioning. As a company and as individual business owners,
Doesn't
we are
that literally mean
transitioning from
change?
where we were
It's
to
the
where
same
we're headed.
thing.
Oh
And
my
the quote
god.
is, change is situational. Transition, on the other hand, is psychological. It's up here. It is not those events, but rather the inner
Every time I hear
reorientation
anything that
or
sounds vaguely like BS, I need to take a
self-redefinition.
Oh
drink.
yeah,
that
take a
you
sip
have
for
to go
BS.
through
So
in
we're
order
gonna
to
take a sip.
incorporate any of those
Yeah.
changes into your life. Without transition, a change is just a rearrangement of furniture.
I made a
Unless
decision for my
transition
life to
happens,
quit what I do
change won't
caretaking and
work
go all
because
in
it
with
doesn't
Beachbody.
take. We're
No,
literally
don't do it.
Oh
you guys to
no!
make this transition with us, not just to think as
Makes
Beachbody
so much
becoming body
sense.
as a
You know, I
change, as a
think
moment in
recreational
Okay,
drinking
time,
are a
but as a
requirement for listening to
period
some of
of
these Zoom
growth
calls.
and transition into what is
Janelle
next
Summers.
for
Janelle
us.
Summers just it makes
Because
so
I
much
know
sense.
it is big.
She's
Yeah.
at the
I
fair
know that it can,
top.
it
Shilling
can
Johnson's
continue this
sister.
legacy of
Oh my god.
success and of transformation that we
Side eye
all
from
have
Xcal.
come to love and enjoy day in and day out. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Erin Hopkins, who's going to
Not Aaron
It's only been 15
Hopkins.
minutes.
do the nuts and bolts of the change of the Success Club system, which will
She
then
just
lead
said
into
transition is
the
better
future
than
changes
change,
that
and
we're
now
gonna
she's
implement.
saying the change
You
of the
guys,
Success
I
Club
can't
system.
even. I literally can't. Christina just speaks to all of our hearts, and
No.
like this is just the beginning of the most amazingness. So I'm gonna just hop in here, Christina, if you'll switch out the slides. Yeah. you wanna switch out the
What?
slides? And I want to just start out
Avery
with
said hi,
kind of the
Xcal.
beginning process of this. At leadership this year, I don't know if you guys ever been feeling this a little bit, but sometimes I have become completely obsessed with the total solution pack. And while I talk with you, I'm going to be uncovering some flaws in my own leadership and some times where I've had to recognize that I'm failing forward as we learn and grow together and as a company.
All the buzzwords.
But total solution packs is what I believe in, right? I believe
It's always
in the
been.
combination of
Yep.
fitness plus nutrition plus support. As a matter of fact,
Every month
that
you're gonna
is
be
what changed my life. This combination, it
Yeah.
had to be all three of these things, right?
Let me
And
try to
so
make
I
it
don't know about you guys,
smaller.
but I became completely obsessed with that. And I started only selling the total solution pack. And yes, I love Energize. And yes, you should add collagen. And great, I would talk about that in my boot camps. But we have this
Amy Mashburn.
incredibly
Oh my
amazing
god.
product line that I use
Guilty.
every single day. My 3 children have beach bars in their lunch boxes every single day. I have Energized a couple times a day.
He sends beach bars with
I
your
feel
kids
better
to
when I
school
take
for
my gut
lunch.
health supplements.
Ugh.
And for some reason, I'm sitting
How
here
do I-
selling total solution packs
And beach
and
bars with my
talking about
son, too.
total solution packs, which
My
again,
husband
that's what I
beach
believe
bars
in,
with
and
my
that's amazing, and that's an
liars.
amazing place to start. But there's some holes in that. And as we have seen, that sometimes our recognition program and income and volume were not quite aligning. And so at our leadership conference in October, the new Success Club system, and thank you, CAB, from the last 2 years that have worked hard to push this through, made a major shift to start recognizing not just the total solution packs and getting points for not just the total solution packs, but to really highlight volume, which is what is going to make the impact in our income.
Oh,
So
she unpreviewed
we were
it.
just like all so excited. And this was kind of the beginning of this shift, again, to realign income and recognition. So thank you, Beachbody. Thank you, Cobb, for taking this first step. And this is kind of what lit our fire to expand on it. But I want to make sure, first and foremost, that you guys understand the changes to the Success Club system, because I think it will make some of the other stuff that we're about to talk about make sense. So just as we do right now, go back to the last one. Yeah. So as you guys already know, Success Club is getting 5 Success Club points. And the way that it's laid out right now will continue to next year. So you'll get 2 Success Club points for new orders or a total solution pack worth at least of 90 PV. So same rules that we're facing right now. And you can only get 2 Success Club points maximum that for one customer every 6 months. So you can't continue to get Success Club points for the same customer. The orders would have to be 6 months apart. And then you guys know that the maximum of 2 Success Club points can be generated from coaches or preferred customers. So that's new, and the qualifying order must be purchased within 31 days of enrollments, right? This is our standard, let's go sell total solution packs. Let's go get that 90 PV. And so, you guys understand this part, but this next slide, Christina, if you'll switch it, is kind of the magic new thing that we're so excited about, which is incorporating volume into these points. So what they announced is that you will be earning 1 Success Club point for every 125 points of volume that we accumulate from new and reactivated customers and preferred customers, right? So let's say that somebody buys Shakeology that's not on Home Direct. I'll be totally honest. I would do anything to convince them to get it on Home Direct so that I can get the 2 points. When now those HD subscriptions don't matter. We get to really meet the customer where they are. So you sell 1 Shakeology not on Home Direct. You sell 3 boxes of Beach Bars to another friend, and then another order of Shakeology and 2 things of collagen to another friend, right? None of this is on HD. These are just regular customers getting the product that they're wanting. That's 322 points of volume. Amazing, right? Y'all, that's 322 points of volume that you earned income from.
That's what she said.
That's the focus, the volume that equals the income. And if you divide that by 125, which is how you get this extra Success Club points, you'll get 2 Success Club points. Right? So it completely changes the focus on recognizing all of the things that we're doing. The total solution pack is going to be, I'm going to continue to lead with that. I really do believe in it.
And they
But
get
there's so much room out there for us to share all of the other things that we love. I don't know about you guys, but I link my sports bras that I wear every day on Instagram,
and they get puzzles,
but I'm not
Beachbody puzzles,
the beach bars that I put in my kids' lunch boxes.
Take a
collagen
sip.
that I mix with my Energize. Or the
and they get Monopoly, custom Beachbody Monopoly.
It's going to open the door for us to share these solutions outside the total solution pack.
For selling thousands of dollars.
Volume, which is
what
going to
happens
increase
when you
our
start
income.
selling your products
And
like we
we're going
sell
to start getting recognized for that by way of Success Club points. So this is going to be a huge shift. This is truly how we develop and we scale our
that's
business.
another,
And
we've
now
also wondered why they don't get
more ways to do
microphones
that.
for like their Zoom calls since they live on
I think
Zoom.
Monica's next,
You
right?
know?
Oh my gosh, and this, you guys, this.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
I will do a lot of things for a t-shirt and a cell phone holder and all of the
We can turn her down like that. Okay, that's good.
have for the last 2 years for working on this. They've created a new Success Club system for us. That's based on cash, you guys. Like based on
Oh my
actual
God,
money
Dad,
going
Dad,
into your account.
G-rated,
So this applies for coaches who
Oh
are
my
doing
God.
2022 or 2023. Or if you were before that and did not hit Success Club in 2022.
I cannot believe that this conversation is happening right now next to my father, and I don't believe my father's the one instigating this, okay?
If you hit Success Club for 3 months,
Love it, Xcal.
you're gonna get
I want to come to your house.
6 months,
Yeah, you're invited. All y'all are
9
invited.
months, $100, and 12 months, $125. So right there, just by hitting Success Club, which is just 5 points, and there's a bajillion ways to get those 5 points.
A
now.
bajillion, Dad.
You're
A
going to make
bajillion
an extra
ways.
$350.
This is
There is
only
also something called the
who have
Success
not
Club
been
Executive Program, which I'm not going to go over tonight.
Yeah.
If you've been, you're screwed. You don't get any of this.
Yeah.
And these people are like, show me the money. You don't get to see it.
Yeah, and
I
Leisha,
mean, we can show you the money. Just stop spending all your money on reoccurring purchases from Beachbody, and you will have money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Corporate is here to add more income to the early side of our comp plan.
Thank you,
What?
Erin. Okay,
Holly, you're not getting this
what I
either.
want to talk about tonight is strategy, because now that
You
we
saw
realize
someone did ask.
Success Club
Someone asked, so what about the coaches that did hit Success Club?
Yeah, in 2022. No
In
one's
fact,
gonna answer her.
And to kind of reverse and go, rewind a little bit on what Erin
No
was
one's gonna
touching
answer
on,
her.
I want to also point out
Her
that
picture's
while
on
I'm
her
a
own
huge
slide.
believer in the total solution pack
What?
Of course it is.
today, it didn't start out that way for me, right? And I feel like this is a big time and moment where we could step back and
Her
really
audio's better.
evaluate
A little
consumer
bit.
behavior these days,
Yeah.
social selling, how that has evolved,
Well,
and how
Lisa
what we
doesn't
have
tell
now
me
in
she's
front of
yelling at
us,
us
how
from
we
a
can
well.
leverage that and try to
Yeah.
strategize that in our
That's
business.
always better.
Because here's the deal. If you think about the total solution pack, and here's consumer A, Monica Lopez. I was the person that if you wanted me to make this total overhaul, like get all the things, and I was kind of skeptical at first.
Let me
that
take
would've
off the
felt like too much
captions.
for me. But I
So
also think
it's
about
not
my
as-
girl Jen Soko when she joined me. When she finally said yes, she's like, okay, give me all the things that I need. And I hooked her up with Energize. So you have two different kinds of consumers. And the thing is that right now we want to figure out, that now that we realize there's so much opportunity to get there and help them, everybody, all the people, I want to figure out how to leverage and speak to both kinds of consumers. Also,
Very few
we know that
consumers
social
can say,
selling
"Give
also
me
has kind of
everything."
shifted a lot too.
Yeah.
Hey, the power greens are $35.
Micro-influencers out there
For
right
how
now.
many servings?
I know
20?
It's 20 servings. It's got to
20.
be.
Anybody on here?
It's not
Yeah.
30.
Their Amazon
Oh
Prime
my
and their orders?
gosh.
Well, I realized
So
that
you
there
need to
was a
double
way
that
that you
in
could
order to
share
have a
the link
30-day
to
serving.
whatever it is that you purchased,
Yep.
whatever it is that you liked and you used. And if someone purchased, when you shared that link, you would get a kickback from that. You would earn some kind of commission off of that. Now, it wasn't much money, but it was
Oh my
great to
God.
say, like, well, I'm using this stuff because I would always, honestly,
They're
whatever it was,
changing
actually,
it to
these
social
tank tops here that
selling.
I'm wearing,
What?
these bodysuits.
Are they
Same
like
thing as
late to the Monate game? I don't get it.
They're Modere. They're trying to follow Modere
Yep.
because a lot of their Lindsay Matway is on this call because
Yep.
her biggest coach, Lindsay Stay, just left for Modere.
Mm.
And a lot of people are leaving because of her, for her.
Yep.
Lindsay Matway.
Yep, she's right here.
Yep.
And she said, Lindy, if you didn't earn a Success Club point in 2022, it would include you. If you did, there's another recognition system they launched where you can earn money and bonuses next year.
That we're seeing a lot happening. We're seeing a lot that people kind of want to at first. It creates like more entry points for them to come in, not the whole, everything in the kitchen sink at one time, complete life overhaul.
Every coach is
Although
on here.
some
Go
people
back
are
up.
going to want that.
Yep.
But they're going to be
They're
some
all
that
on
wanna
it.
kind of silently buy at first.
Go up.
They're going to watch you. They see you with your Energizer.
Moira
every morning.
Kukaba.
They see you, running out the
Erin.
door with your beach bar, going to do kid pickup. They
Amy
see you
M.
with your power greens.
Yeah, they're
when
all
you
on
ran
there.
out of vegetables at home.
Wait, Leslie
And sharing it.
Leslie
And that
Cortez
simple act of
was
dropping the link
one of
allows someone
mine.
to click,
Wow.
see what this is about, and make their decision. And I realized that a lot of people like to buy that way. And that light
For
bulb went
everyone
off with
watching this
Amazon.
right now,
And here's the
and that's going to be watching the replay, don't buy power greens. It's a waste of money. Don't.
What would you recommend instead? Just eating vegetables or what?
Eating food.
Oh, eating food. Okay, got it.
What if you have a problem with eating vegetables?
Eat fruit.
You can try the advent calendar.
Oh my god. You can try whiskey? God.
Whiskey Advent.
Oh my god.
Talk to your doctor about taking a multivitamin that you need to take.
Yeah. I don't think that's the fun answer though, Jen. I don't think anyone.
No,
Yeah, you're
especially-
not being any fun right now. I think you need to have another drink.
Oh god.
It's something called product of the
Another
month.
shot.
This is
Y'all, I have
kind
been
of strategy.
officially
Once a
blocked
month,
by
we're
my
providing high-value
upline.
product right?
What?
And
Block,
this is something that you have available to you.
Wow.
Officially.
Choose
Wow.
to go
Like,
with product of the month.
all
You can
accounts
also
blocked.
collect
Purple hearts in the chat for Cheryl for getting ultimate blocked by everybody.
for yourself, and you're able to get out there and kind of talk about this and use different strategies. One of them is the link generator. I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a website, Coach Tools, that allows you to enter your coach ID, enter the product, generate a link.
It's like they copied the exact business model from Modere because you can create carts to check out in Modere and in Monate. And that came out like 5 years ago. And now Beachbody's trying to do all this stuff.
Once again, Beachbody is behind.
Yeah.
so that you
Well,
feel
and this
equipped.
whole product
Remember,
of
we
the
don't
month
have to be
is getting you to sell a very specific product that maybe your people don't want
Yeah.
or need. If you're doing a product of the month, that's what you're supposed to sell. That's what people are going to sell.
Yeah. Yep.
Ugh.
talk about, hey, anybody still have greens left over? This is my superpower right here. Like, this is my trick. This is my, and then it gets my challengers. Oh, you know what? I think I need that too. So second strategy is,
How do you
while this
feel
will be
about
built
that?
into the Success Club program, and we're
What's
getting
that?
people, new
Just like
people
saying,
in
like, I'm
for
gonna show them, and then
another
they
entry
won't, like,
point.
they know what I
Think
feel about
about
it, so
the
then they
team
can buy
movements
it
we could
because I'm
create.
influencing them.
Whether it be a
You think
spring
that's kind
cleaning,
of
ultimate
sketchy or
reset,
no?
whether it be the 3-day refresh,
I,
whether
you know,
it
my
be,
perspective
you know,
is
so many things that
that
we
if
could
they're
come up
showing
with ideas.
things,
It actually makes me think.
it
Actually, that's my
assumes
next
an
point.
underlying
So
level
team
of education of the
movement that
people
you
that are
can
looking
create.
at
But
it
the
to
next
decide
strategy that you could also
what's
start
good
to
for them and
implement,
what's not.
and we talked about this.
You know,
with
anytime you
Visual
talk about
Nation on our
nutritional
team
type stuff,
call.
you're talking about, you know, needing the knowledge of what does it impact, where does it go, how is it going to impact my life, how is it going to affect my, you know, the things that I'm doing or the issues that I'm having. And so this is it's a little bit of a minefield walking around, untrained people, you know, going out and selling a bunch of essentially not medical supplies, but nutritional supplies that are designed to help certain aspects of your health.
Allegedly.
It's the blind leading the blind.
Yes, but
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay.
Points and selling phrases that you can use. But I also want to reiterate, there's nothing more powerful than your story. Oh, and I'll wrap it up with this. You know, all of this really just gets our engines running on how, like, the creativity just starts to flow. So think about, same thing with my Amazons. When I started realizing, wow, okay, I see how this works, it started to get the creativity flowing. So touch into that, right? Talk to your team, see what it is that's making and creating movement and excitement amongst your team, and get out there and start talking about it. Because now guys, it all freaking counts, right? It feels exciting because it all freaking counts.
Did it
Is
not
it my
count?
So
turn?
Did they not get commission for stuff, or did they not get?
Yes, they
No,
did.
you got
Yes, we did.
But
But now
on
there's different ways
Oh.
to build Success Club points. That's why.
Well, here's
I thought
Lindsay.
we
This
always
is
got
Lindsay
Success
Matthew,
Club
right?
points.
Yeah.
income
She's a big
opportunity, and that's
time.
what's recognized. And for a long while, in my opinion, and a lot of opinions, there's a
Lindsay
disconnect
Matway.
between them because
She's
there's
been
not one
off the
clear
radar for a
path
while, except
in
when
how
she
to
was
do it.
deleting her YouTube
And
account
so
from
we went
compliance.
to the
So
superstars, we talked amongst ourselves, and we said, okay, how
Nearly
can we make
every
something to
current
where we
Beachbody coach rolls
realign the
up through her.
activities that
Yep.
earn you
Yep.
the most income, that get you focused on treating this business like a business, getting in the CEO mindset. And we love the new Success Club system. It completely aligns with that. And we wanted to have something else that supported that. So we've been looking at a lot of different options. And when it comes down to it, income is king when it comes to knowing that you're moving forward towards your goals. I know you guys all have different visions of what this business is going to do for you and your family, but you don't really know exactly how to get there. And so for us
For
to be able to align all of our
90%
trainings, all of our
nothing.
systems to one
yeah.
path, we decided to take it amongst ourselves to create that. Now, this is something that we are going to be launching with our teams. Depending on where you are, it's going to depend on if your upline decides to launch this as well. But the key here is, no matter who your upline is, you are the CEO of your business. And I want you to understand that we didn't have to have
Carl.
someone tell us to
Carl
go do
is
this.
the CEO
Yeah, I mean,
of your
Carl's
business.
Carl's the CEO of Beachbody, and he can revoke anyone's contract at any time. So I know
Does
you
that
and
make
I
you a
don't agree on the
CEO,
same.
Xcal?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Does just saying you're the CEO of your business make you the CEO?
Well, I mean, you can say whatever you want to. The bottom line is that you are the CEO of your business, but that doesn't necessarily mean, just like any other business, I mean, just because you're the CEO doesn't mean that somebody from the outside can't impact your business and shut you down.
Yeah, and
You
being
know,
and maybe Carl Deichler revoking
having
your contract
yeah.
seems to be a pretty big deter. You know,
What
So
if you're a
your board of
1099?
directors votes you out,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But what if you're a 1099 contract employee?
There's always someone that you're accountable to. The bottom line. Now,
Right.
that doesn't mean you can't go join somebody else's company and sell something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a 1099 contract employee, does that make you the CEO of your business because you're a 1099 contract employee?
Effectively, I mean, you're in charge of your business, but
Okay.
like anything else, you always have people that you're accountable to.
Okay.
And,
Well, and a lot of them will establish LLCs, and they can have their business under an LLC.
Mhm.
And so technically, they do own that business of that LLC. But Beachbody can
Correct.
not be a part of that LLC at any point.
Yeah, they can stop the sale of their products to you as a business, which is
Yeah.
true for anything. I mean,
Sure.
it doesn't make
Do not screenshot or
true
share
mostly
this
in
in
marketing.
public.
Yeah.
Too late,
Screenshot it,
Bonnie.
somebody.
Too late,
Already
Bonnie.
screenshot it?
Okay, what are they doing? Let's look.
Yeah, let me turn it up.
C5s that did that
Sorry.
in 90 days.
I'm gonna
We want
screenshot.
to break down exactly how they did that.
Don't
We wanna
do
show
it.
maybe
Bonnie
one
said
person
don't.
is just really strong in retail. They went and they just shared the link. They went to family members. They were really sharing their journey. Another person, maybe they
Whoops.
were kind of doing both. They were building a team here and there, sharing, but they were also doing the retail stuff.
Did
And
you
then there
see
could
that?
be another person who they
Do
really
not
focus on the
screenshot
team
this
building
graphic.
aspect.
Take
And
it
we can
down
show
off
you actual
stories.
breakdowns of what that looks like. Because when I started to ask questions to people in this
Are we gonna
If it
turn
is
into pumpkins
already
if
up.
we
I
do?
really realized
What?
Are we gonna turn into pumpkins if we do?
I think we are going to turn into pumpkins if we do, but maybe we'll just try. Everyone, I'm loading this into the Discord.
everything, but I know that you got into this as a business. The reason why everybody gets into a business is to actually have earnings for your family. So we wanted to give a pathway to that. Here's the really, really cool thing that all of us were like, when we figured this out, we're like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Okay, so this is based on cumulative earnings. This means from the start of your coach journey to today, the total amount that you've earned so far. This is not by week, this is not by month, this is not by year. Cumulative, all you've ever earned. So the cool part is, whereas you can drop from rank, let's say you hit diamond and then your emerald falls out, you go all the way back to emerald, and it feels kind of like, even though
The graphic is called Road to Legacy, and it's called like level 1, and it has numbers next to it. I just took a screenshot, so I'll send it to you, Emma.
back to where I used
Can
to be
you send it
volume wise.
can you send it to all
In
of us so
this
we can
recognition system,
Yep.
you cannot fall. All you can do is move forward. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on where you're at. And for some of you, that might be frustrating. You might have to be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is a gut check. And Holly's gonna talk to about this as well, as far as the compliance stuff as well. I see that in the chat. It might be a gut check for some of you, but the cool thing is you now have a system that can focus you in on that next level that you're going to work towards. And for some of us, I know a lot of coaches in this business, they feel like, man, I hit a rank and I haven't rank advanced in a little while, but you are still growing your income. Now you have something to continue to be recognized for. There's people that are not known in this business that have made a significant income in this business. They're able to be recognized because of that. It's just a really neat way to see actual earnings, to realize what a blessing. And so many of us, as we shared with our coaches, they were like, wow, I never saw it in that way. This is a number that's in your coach office, by the way. And some people don't know it exists.
$200. I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Year to date, and it'll also say,
What is it?
I don't know if it's
Negative $200. That's my cumulative Beachbody earnings
Wow.
in 5 years.
I think Xcal's losing his mind a little bit, so.
In 1 year, let's figure this out.
And that it also gives all of us, no matter where we're at in our business, something else to attain towards. So this is 1 through 50. We actually created this legacy program to go 1 through 100. So there's even a further plan from this, but obviously this is going to cover the most for majority of you guys.
At the bottom of this graphic, it says for internal use only, and boy, are they in for a big surprise.
Narrow in and align with that new
Did you
success
share
level
it yet?
recognition
Because I want to share it on my stories.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me airdrop it to my phone and I'll send it to y'all.
There are so many things as we went through this process that we were like, oh, we need to change this, we need to change this, we need to change this. This is kind of the start of that road to be able to shift our focus and our intention as we work this business alongside of you guys. We are one of the beautiful parts about times where you feel like you need to shift and transition is that everybody kind of comes together. There's a pruning process that happens
Where is it?
where you start to realize,
So what's
all
been
right, these
the
are my
turnover rate
people.
now with their
And when I went to
with their
leadership this
Beachbody
past
coaches?
Their turnover rate, they're losing a crap ton of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of big leaders have just jumped ship because allegedly they got bridge contracts to go to another MLM. So they
Well,
get
and
paid.
then
Yeah.
They won't tell us. They won't tell us how many coaches they have. They won't tell us how many coaches they had. So you have no idea. You cannot figure out an attrition rate at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nope. And they won't
When
answer the
I was-
question.
Is there a
earnings calls
specific
either.
MLM that they're jumping to?
Yeah, Modere, Monate,
And Arbonne.
Arbonne.
I've seen a couple on Arbonne.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Personal recognition.
Do we have any Melaleucas yet?
We do have recognition.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's not an MLM, Amy.
Oh, I mean,
Come
sorry.
on.
Shopping
Of
club.
what this might look like. So
I sent it to
number
y'all in the
one,
group
we
chat.
are not going to be posting actual totals. It will say, congratulations to Barbara Engelman. She is a Legacy 22. And this will be a Road to Legacy Leadership Board. And what I loved about this specifically is that oftentimes you'll see on these recognition boards the same faces. Obviously, we have some people that just absolutely crush it,
Yeah.
and you'll see their faces over and over and over and over again. What we wanted to do was highlight the people that were the movers, the ones that are newly advancing. So of course, we'll have everybody on there in the below boxes, but in the forefront,
Is this
we want to
is
see the people that are
strictly this is strictly a recognition board? There's no compensation attached to it at all?
Correct.
Correct.
What the?
My dad just said, "What
Exactly.
the?"
That is crazy because they keep talking about how hard the economy is and how much people need money, but we're not going to incent you with money. We're going to incent you with your name on a board
And a picture.
and a picture.
Maybe a picture. Maybe. If you get to the
If you
top.
get the top 5, who's going to be the same people all the time, even
All
though
the
she
time.
says.
left up rank with PCs. It's actual earned income that we're celebrating that is impacting their family. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. So you'll be seeing a lot more of this. This is the beginning part of it, just like the Success Club.
My dad's
changes.
giving me major
January
side eye
1st
right
is kind
now.
of when we're starting to really push this forward.
Earned
January
income
5th is kind of when we're trying to.
without sharing how much they've spent on product.
Yeah. Yep.
Correct.
So it's just gross income. They're not sharing their net income.
Yeah.
No, and I
Bottom
agree
line
with
is
Emma. There is nothing
companies-
of value in that document that can't be
Mhm.
shared. Like, that
Yeah.
is stupid. It's a stupid
Yep.
document.
You see the
That
watermark that
grow
says
from
"Do
keeping
not
things
disseminate"
open,
on
not
it.
closing things down.
Yeah.
This is just typical, 1960s kind of micromanagement. I don't even understand how they're still in business.
We don't either, Xcal. I think what was their
We do
stock
not.
price today?
0.685.
68.685
Point
cents.
what?
I'm surprised that they're
685.
still trading.
Yeah, we don't know why. We're confused.
Wow.
Yeah, 68 cents today.
We get
Oh,
to
Holly Hillier.
celebrate
Oh,
our
God.
coaches and those that are,
Drake.
this
Oh,
is,
God.
it was just huge for us sitting here saying,
Look at this
oh my
slide.
goodness, I get to
Look at the
celebrate
slide.
coaches like every month, right? I get to see their beautiful faces.
What do
Let's
you
talk
not like
com-
about
in the
it?
trenches, just
What do you not like about it, Xcal? It's just awful? I come by it honestly? What? Tell us.
So meaningful but unbelievable. I guess I'm just not an English major, so I can't really identify the differential there. Substantial versus astronomical. Give me a break.
Oh my god.
Give me a break. This is pathetic.
It's like
She's-
she pulled up a thesaurus and was picking words.
This is the thing. Holly is the worst about income claims and gets in trouble the most with compliance because she never posts just a little paragraph that she's supposed to post on every one of her stories. So
No,
she
she
really
does
doesn't
now.
have a clue. She doesn't have a clue what's let's talk compliance. She doesn't know.
No dollar amounts may
She has
ever
started
be provided.
doing that,
You can't ever
but it's in
say
white at the very bottom.
what
Very,
And
very
she
real
puts it on the
is.
last side. But she puts it on the last slide. She doesn't put it on all of them.
You're supposed to put it on all of them. Anytime you freaking
Yeah.
talk about anything related to money or lifestyle, you have to put that I say dumb because none of them do it, and they're supposed to do it.
all of that. Like there's going to be trainings around that. We're going to talk like, how are we smart CEOs understanding our back office? But to keep this recognition program going, we have to stay compliant.
Oh,
And
tell us
so
about that.
With that,
Tell me about it, Holly.
Lindsay showed the incredible chart. We have to
Please take
publicly
a screenshot of this.
forward-facing refer
Okay,
to it as
I'm taking it.
Legacy 1, Legacy 2, Legacy 10, Legacy 20. We cannot say any actual dollar amount, whether it be a specific number or a range, right? We're not saying legacy 10 is X to Y. It's she hit legacy 10 or he, right? Like this, we are not using dollar amounts. Okay.
Which means absolutely nothing to anyone outside of Beachbody. Nobody
Maybe she
cares.
can get a tattoo or something.
It doesn't
like
mean
that.
anything to
Something
anyone
that's real.
outside of the Slay Squad.
Oh my god.
Maybe
You
they can
can
do like those prisoners do that when they kill people in prison. They get little teardrops next to their eye.
Oh my god,
You know,
Xcal.
If I'm a Legacy 20, I get like 2 little stars or something like that, so everybody knows that I'm a Legacy 20.
I know, but what if you drop rank?
Oh, good point. You have to get that taken off.
I know. So
Or they have to kill
Which
you.
hurts worse.
One of the two.
too permanent of a solution. Maybe those stick-on tattoos that you can print off that fade off in a couple of weeks.
Put it on his henna.
Oh my god.
They're just gonna make star sticker charts like we had in elementary school.
Oh.
Okay. So what you can say, and I'm going to give some examples, right? When talking about income, they are building a supplemental income, a meaningful income for their family. Substantial seems like a crazy word that we're allowed to say, but we're allowed to say it, right?
Can I just stab a pencil in my ear right now and just turn this off? This is pathetic.
Being a legend,
Dad, this is MLM. This is MLM 101.
Considerable.
I wanted this
impressive.
screenshot
Those
because
are
what
okay.
I'm going to do is
Okay.
I'm going to
We
Holly's
can-
stories for the next week.
Yes.
And anytime she says supplemental, meaningful, substantial, considerable, or impressive and does not put an income disclosure statement in it, I'm sending it to compliance.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens.
I took the screenshot with her included, so we know she was talking about it. So I'm gonna share that right now.
Because I got time this week. I got time.
What we cannot say to describe income level is extraordinary, unbelievable, astronomical, major. You cannot say, I have built a 6-figure business or I have built a 7-figure.
Well, a lot of people are gonna have to change
She
their
says it all
bio.
the time.
Those are not allowed. So Elsa, I have said I built a 7-figure business probably 2-3 years ago. Trust me. I work with compliance and
This
legal
year.
every single
You know why
week.
they know that, Dad? Because they're the ones
Wait,
that
she
email
says she talks to
compliance
compliance
every
and
day
legal
about
every
them.
single week.
The first thing that is going to get all of this shut down. Okay, so even
It's in the
and
it's in
again,
the
I'll
group
take it back
chat.
to me as an example.
Okay.
I cannot legally say I left a 6-figure corporate engineering job and I'm building a Beachbody business. I'm not saying I built a 6-figure Beachbody business. I'm not saying I built a 7-figure Beachbody business, but even saying that my previous career was a 6-figure income, it breadcrumbs back to Beachbody. Okay, so
Sorry.
But you,
like
She still
we
says
don't
it.
need to
So
use
she's
those
saying that
things
she can
and
say that about her previous job. She can say she left her previous 6-figure job for Beachbody, which then gives the illusion that she's making a 6-figure income at Beachbody.
Yeah,
She
but
can't say that.
she can't say that. Every time she even brings up anything that can talk about the company or the money, you have to put any kind of disclaimer because guess what? People are gonna tie those together, and she's still teaching people how to
absolutely.
manipulate others.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
number one, she has screwed.
Yep, scrolling down. Sorry.
All gotta be on the same team.
Oh my gosh,
So
that was too far
I'd be
up.
very careful with
Can you
both
say
full-time
financial
and
relief?
part-time
No.
income. Financial flexibility is the only thing that's been approved. Financial flexibility, time flexibility. Okay, so
that's not true
these
though,
are-
because
these
that's
are the-
fake.
Yep. Someone said makes a lot of
okay,
coin in
like
the chat.
That's
So,
Alicia Shoemaker.
these are
She's
the
an
next slide, the
OG
next
too.
one.
Wow.
Okay, so when we are
Is
doing
there an
these
extensive
recognition
list? I don't
posts,
want to make a mistake.
please remember, so we are going to, this is the same graphic. that
Multiple
Lindsay
streams
just
of
showed.
income sounds okay?
We have
No.
templates for everyone to use, okay? So beneath it,
Taking another screenshot for y'all.
we have the income disclaimer. Please leave that income disclaimer on every graphic. And guys, I want to tell you something, like all of us on this call,
Oh
we
my
recruit
gosh. Look at that comment.
great coaches, amazing coaches. And
That's-
we
oh,
use the income
whoa,
disclaimer all the
what?
time. It's not
They use it. She just said they use it all the time.
That's crazy. We should normalize women making a shit ton of money and be able to talk about it. As long as it's legit and no lies and makes no sense, it's a problem. I'm sorry. What?
Won't do that.
Go back
But
up. There
I'm
was an
looking for
FTC.
atypical women who want to build atypical businesses. Y'all,
There
we
was
should
an
be
FTC
proud
post.
that
Okay.
we aren't the
Right
typical
there.
person.
We want a
Right?
cameo. It's
So
not
keep
us. It's
that
the
in mind. Put the
FTC
disclaimer
rules.
on there. I'm freaking proud. Here's a disclaimer. I work harder than most people, and so I am able to earn more than most people.
That's not
That's
not a good disclaimer.
And that.
Isn't
This
she
isn't
quoting
compliant.
Rachel Hollis?
So
Isn't that what Rachel Hollis said? And got canceled?
Watch my stories. I
Yeah.
literally put my income disclaimer on the stories. Okay. So there's the income disclaimer.
She's angry right
Also,
now.
Put it at the bottom of the recognition post. Even if you don't mention dollar amounts, like it literally hurts nothing. I'll say like, because nothing comes without work, ... And then I just put the full disclaimer, link it. Like,
She does not.
She
doesn't do
does
that.
not.
why not? Right? If we're living in this place of fear,
Yeah.
like, oh, what are
Holly, why not? Why haven't you done it? Why haven't you set an example? I don't get it. She's done this before. She's done this year.
and we are gonna give you all of
Okay.
all of the graphics.
Xcal's
I'm
going for
just-
another whiskey, so.
Yeah, we are like double, triple covering
my
ourselves.
God.
And yeah. So
Part of
Alicia,
Ireland.
keep it beach body. Alicia just asked, can we change it to say body, not beach body? Sorry, I can only catch a couple of these in the chat. But
Oh, there's
leave it
25
beach
new
body for now.
comments. Sorry,
This-
Emma.
This income disclaimer is the official one that legal has released for us to use.
Legal
This is
release
the
this
legal
one?
So when we switch to body, come like March, April, they'll probably have a new one. But until they get that, this is what we want. This is what we need to be using.
they're
This
changing their name?
exact-
Yeah, to
this
body.
exact one.
Even though, Dad, they
Because
have an
these-
actual platform called
Next slide.
Beachbody On Demand Interactive.
I think I have one more.
They're changing
Okay,
their
so
name to
how
that
do we
now.
recognize
So they
people
have an
compliantly?
entity
You know,
called
everyone's like,
Body,
oh my
and then they're
goodness,
calling
like,
their name
I-
Body now.
you know,
So their
how do I do
online
this without
electronic
talking about
platform is
Well,
Body.
that's-
Well, gosh, I mean,
How do we
again, I'm
recognize
very
coaches
I mean, everyone's
compliant?
perspective
I feel
is
like
different,
my
but
whole
my
business has
perspective
been
is
built
a
on,
name
now I
called
don't
the
mention
name
income, I have it for a
Body
few years now.
is
So as a new
it's just
Just as
not.
bad as Beachbody?
It's worse
Oh,
than
yeah.
Beachbody.
It's worse than
Oh,
Beachbody.
absolutely. Because
Why
now
is
they're
that?
body coaches. They're body coaches
Well,
now.
It
They're
doesn't.
changing it because Beachbody has such a negative connotation online. Like
Of
you
course.
search Beachbody and you can find Beachbody as a scam or anti-Beachbody now. So they're trying to change they're trying to trick people. Is what they're trying to do.
Well, and I understand the whole thing about rebranding, but you know they spend millions of dollars. They couldn't get something better than Body.
No, they can't afford it because their stock price is in the toilet.
So when they get down to 25 cents, it's gonna be like
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any, there's no
lose
can't
all
afford
the
other letters.
lose all the vowels. Just
Yeah.
consonants. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah, here's like Carly said, this is all love bombing stuff. This is how you can correctly love bomb someone in your
I
stories.
did not get
Wow.
at the end of each one of those, guys. I will say, I would, of course, I'm just going to add income disclaimer. It's going to be on the graphic. It's going to be at the end, right? But this,
I cannot believe
we
this.
don't need to mention dollar amounts, right? And sometimes that can come across weird anyways and flashy and desperate, right? I don't need to mention dollar amounts. What I do need to do is make sure that I'm continually celebrating my coaches. You know what was missing in 2022? Recognizing coaches, right? We need to be
They
focusing
always
on,
recognize coaches
the
because they
bottom
use
really
it to
small
recruit other
highlighted
people.
slide.
I don't.
We are going to start.
That makes
officially
zero sense.
roll out, and we will start recognizing coaches. We're gonna have like a
And
big, just
Nobody outside of
recognition.
Beachbody will even know what a Legacy 20 is or care. Nobody cares.
It's not even Beachbody. Nobody outside of the Slay Squad is going to know what it is.
Well,
Right?
I mean, we're streaming this, so maybe more people than them will know. Hopefully.
I mean, we're trying to get the word out. We're doing our best.
Our coaches are
Maybe we'll just send this to Chelsea Suarez and see what she has to say about it. So.
matter what it is. It doesn't matter that they don't understand it, right? Our coaches do. They know.
Going to look
It's
ahead
gonna
to like
look-
a lot of
Equals our
business
impact.
owners.
It's
And
gonna
whether
look
it's
like.
Legacy 2 or Legacy 20, we're all
Should I
getting
start
ahead
making
on that
celebratory
one.
posts of
And so
myself?
this
Yeah.
little example.
Yeah, I want a celebratory post. I didn't trip today. Can you make me a post, Jen? Can you make me a, actually I did trip and I spilled coffee on the stairs, so that would be a lie. But I mean, that kind of fits into the same Beachbody, whatever.
Hopefully that helps. I'm just
we're all going to look like business owners and people earning income. Did you see? Can you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna look really
you
good.
guys. Oh,
body partner. They're not body coaches
That's a tough
anymore.
act
They're
to
body
follow. You guys
partners.
brought the fire. And how excited are you guys about all of this? I just want to
How excited are you, Xcal?
This is all, came out of this mastermind weekend in Charleston last week. And this is not a corporate-led initiative. This is nothing
They did a 1 week offsite to come up with this. They did a 1 week offsite to do this.
This is what they came up with? This is the PowerPoint they came up with for flying to someone's house and masterminding for 4 days?
It's like a bunch of ninth graders came up with these PowerPoints. This is horrible.
Isn't that an insult to ninth graders?
Don't
you think I would have made a better PowerPoint than that, Xcal?
It's just horrible.
Okay.
It's awful.
And they're promoting this to all of their coaches, worldwide.
Yeah, in Slay Squad, there's thousands of people in that group. There's like over 7,000 people in that group.
Wow.
Emma, I love you. That's amazing.
The person who sent us the link to this said that she's excited that we got up and we were cracking her up. And she said, thank you all for doing this video.
Good.
I think I need more alcohol.
Oh my God.
Years, especially when I get in a conversation with somebody that I know I'm a Beachbody coach isn't going to settle well with. I talk about, what I do as a coach, but I talk about how I partner with Beachbody because they have the most amazing world-class.
That's their new logo, body,
and I believe
with
in them
the
wholeheartedly,
little eye at the end.
and that's who I partner with to give my clients the tools that they
What
need
does
to succeed.
BOD stand for?
And so
Beachbody on
Beachbody
demand.
on demand.
And we're not saying you can't use
Interactive.
That's like, just on your heart, you can take that and run with it.
Okay.
But
I think
about
Xcal's
it
marketing
almost as a
brain is
verb,
breaking right now.
Not a noun. I think that's important in clarifying that we're talking about partnering with the company, right? We are CEOs, we are running businesses, and we are partnering with a company that we absolutely believe in to deliver to our clients. Coach, a lot of times out of the gate, can also kind of give us a lot.
Oh my God. Oh, let me scroll down. Sorry, there's so many messages coming through.
Things that people can say, but it can also produce a lot of insecurity with newer.
So they're not going to say coach anymore?
You're going to say partner?
This big title.
They're trying to change
So true.
That's what we do, right? But we're glorified accountability partners, guys. And
Glorified
we were thinking about
accountability
all the
partners.
affiliate stuff that we do as leaders and all the affiliate stuff that so many people are doing these days. And we are brand partners with those companies, right? We believe in those products and we drop those links in our stories and we're like, how are we not doing this with our own coaching business? This is insane. And this opportunity shift really opened up our eyes to it.
She's top 10, right?
Brand partner.
She's not even in top 50 now, I don't think.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll look. I can tell you where she's at.
Brand partner. You're an accountability partner when you step more into that coach
Oh,
role.
Emma, I made you a stocking.
So we in our teams and our language and what we're doing.
So where's my
we're
stocking?
really going to shift
I needed to type your
from
name.
Beachbody coach to
Oh,
body partner.
I see.
Yeah.
And
Are you
we've
willing
also
to
talked about
snark
Not
with
getting
us?
paid and not getting a stocking.
Look, this is a democracy. They have to vote you into the Snark Squad.
Your legacy won. You've got to do a lot more.
I think I need to have a drink after that comment.
Oh my God.
Sign up as a coach through your share cart link.
Oh, I lied. Moira is number 40. She was number 1 2 years ago.
Whoa.
And as a body partner,
What number is
you can
Ashley?
do this multiple ways. You have flexibility.
Let me
as
see
to
if she's
how
on
you
this
approach
list.
the business, as to how
She
you
is.
earn income.
43.
We are. How many?
43. Ashley Mullen, 3.
Oh.
We're doing it both ways.
Yes, we are CEOs making smart business decisions. I mean, tricking the consumer? How's that smart?
Coaching people in our
I mean, it's not ethical, I don't
So
think,
it
but that's
doesn't
okay.
have to be one way or
But like Melissa
another. And
McAllister's
it really
19.
opens up the field, you guys.
19?
She's
got
been top
dropped
10.
out of the top 10.
And I am the queen of like the
Wow.
only thing, and I've told new coaches this forever, the only thing I've ever brought anyone in with is a total solution pack. That is a hard sell, right? That is a hard sell. That is a big ask of people to completely change their lives and to come in and rehaul their nutrition and to start working out and doing personal development and join this group. But now
Yeah,
you can just
Carly,
bring
I did see
people
that.
in as
Ashley's
more of a
preferring
brand
people to her
partner
download
with
now.
Energize.
with Power Greens. And
Just
so we
referring to
open
my-
up the marketplace for a slew, I believe, of people that want to.
And what is more genuine, invite to share. We don't have to convince anyone that they are good enough to be a coach, but someone can easily partner up.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Right?
Oh.
Much more aligned with really what we do and also really where we're going. And guys, I'm going to kick it over to Bonnie to wrap up, but like, I can't even tell you how different
There's a
this
lawyer
business feels
coach.
to me already.
You see
like
that?
7-8 years in,
Yeah.
I feel like we are going into 2023 completely differently. I mean, it's a different mindset. It's a different level of excitement. We are going to be approaching this business differently, and it's not complicated. It's super
not excitement,
simplified
it's
and
desperation.
Yeah.
easy to follow.
Someone
Like,
said
think about
this
it.
is
Think about,
2023 is going to be fire. No, I think Beachbody is going to be on fire. I don't think that I don't think it's the same thing.
It's a dumpster fire. They're different.
Simplify
Yep.
this. And it's going to drive volume, which is going to create income, which is going to create advancements on the road to
Partner is in process.
Process from corporate, but not official yet.
Whoops. Sorry. That'll be going in stories.
brand new or they've been in this business for 12 years. So we are super excited.
Oops.
Bonnie?
Coaches make money. Is
Wow.
that what that said?
Talk about
Yep, I'll scroll
a
back down.
shift
I'm just going to
in
take a
perspective.
screenshot.
Holly
a
Hilliard.
shift
Shift
in
in
perspective
perspective.
in
What?
Who's Holly Hilliard?
Holly Hillier is a top Beachbody coach, and she cannot not say compliant things. She just can't help herself.
So get a notepad out because I'm going to go through some action items. But I think the most
Ready.
important thing
You ready,
is
Jen? You ready to
this
take
is a
some
chance
notes?
to redefine your business.
Okay, wait.
This is a
I don't.
chance to
I'm trying to find
write this
Holly. I don't think she's even in top 50. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she is. She's in the top 10.
forward with an entire
Did I miss her?
new shift.
Oh, I lied.
feel,
She's number
vibe,
9. That's stupid.
presence on your social media, leadership for
She
your
blocked
team.
me a long time
And
ago.
as I recap what we have
Bonnie
announced
Angle,
tonight,
yeah.
I want you to think of it with just that, a leader's mindset. You know, maybe not thinking of this new
She's
system of
talking
what
too
this
much.
is
Where's
going
the
to do,
actionable
but
steps?
what does this mean
I know.
for my new atypical
Although I am
women
glad to get
who
a
are
break from the
joining my
PowerPoint.
atypical team,
Yeah.
right? So I really want us to think of this as you're at the front of a wave. And if you've ever been boogie boarding or surfing or any kind of paddling, when the wave is coming, if you're not paddling before the wave gets to you, you miss it, right? Right now, it is time to paddle. The wave of 2023 is coming. And if you're not paddling with us with these new announcements, you're going to miss it. So now
I just have a question though. Like, how many waves can happen if your company's 24 or 5 years old? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that have been at the beginning of when you
And
first
the
started?
stock price.
think about
There's
this.
a lot of companies that have been around for a long time that figure out how to re-energize their organization and go in new or better directions. So there could be a new wave. I'm not saying that there couldn't be, but
Yeah.
the bottom line is that this is obviously in response to pretty devastating business news, which has their stock price at pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. So would you say that this is like re-energizing and re-motivating people and like gearing up and like creating that wave they need?
Well, they've got to do something. I mean, obviously they're at a point not right now where they have to do something to change the dynamic in the group that is the most relevant to driving their business, which is their quote unquote coaches / partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get those folks moving in a different direction and on board with the quote unquote new the transition, not change, transition. Because we know now that it's not a change, it's a transition.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's a transition, not
Go
a
back
change.
Go back to the first slide.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I wasn't taking notes.
She has a Britney Spears tie-in too.
Oh, she does?
you know
Was she
that?
a dancer?
No, her husband was brought up on stage during Britney's concert to dance because she's obsessed with Britney, and they brought him up to be like chained up on stage.
Oh. Did you know that one of the Beachbody coaches, like one of these people, the independent contractors, was one of Britney Spears' former backup dancers from like 20 years ago?
And they
Yeah,
don't
no.
talk.
and
I,
ask.
I missed that in Wall Street Journal.
Okay, now look, ask me how many times she brings it up every time she does a call.
Teaching our teams how to sell the right way.
Oh my God.
Let me guess. There hasn't been a call that she hasn't brought it up on.
You would be
Nope.
correct, sir. You would be
Or
correct.
a day.
Product of the
Or a
month
day
isn't
for
a corporate
stories.
thing; it's a we thing.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those
my
things
God.
where it's like there's so many times that like you've gone past something that it's like you've been out of it longer than you were like way in it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now, we all know that if you're on this call, you are a businesswoman, right?
Are we?
Or a business
What about
Yes.
Xcal? Is
Well,
he
I
a
am.
businesswoman?
You showed up tonight, you've taken time away from your families to really focus on your business. And we want to reward that and we want to recognize that. But I realize that this new recognition system could be a gut check, right? So now is your chance before this year ends.
What's
to
more of
take
a
stock.
gut check than not
Where
getting
are you?
paid for ranking
What
up?
have
I
you
just want to
earned?
know, like, what's
What's
more
more
of
of
a
a gut
like?
check for not getting paid at
Of
all?
that
That
number.
Yeah.
feels like a
Be
gut punch.
proud
That
no
sounds like a
matter
gut
if that
punch.
number
That's right, Xcal.
surprises you and shocks you, or be proud if that number maybe isn't as big as you thought it was, but you did that. And you can never go backwards, whether you were
You did
working
that,
a full-time
Xcal.
job while doing this part-time, whether you've supported a family doing this, whatever that story is for you, be damn proud that you earned those dollars for yourself up until that point, and know that you're going nowhere but forward.
Oh, Snark Crew, the Road to Legacy info and graphics will be in the Slay Squad Facebook page, so
Oh, yes.
I'll
Okay.
send those to you.
Such a drag, even though Holly Hillier made compliance sound the sexiest it's ever sounded. I want to be so compliant right now with my business, but seriously, you guys, we're all in this together. And we came together to create this for you so that you
just
can
gave me
feel
chills
better about
too,
your
whoever
business and
posted
you
that,
can be
because that was
moving
good.
forward. So let's lean
Yeah.
on each other and
Someone said in the
hone
chat she
and
just gave me
protect
chills.
and make sure
I
we're
mean,
doing
Yeah.
right by our company and right by
Oh,
what we
for
need
the
to
love.
check off for compliance as well, and making sure that we're being respectful and responsible, because that's the only way we're going to keep this going. And then number 5, we talked about this name change, the whole shift of perspective of our company. And I really think of this
I can't
time at
wait
the
to be
end of the year
compliant as
as a
fuck.
chance to check your temperature, right? Where are you
see
right
that?
now?
I can't wait to be compliant.
Maybe when
AF.
you started
So,
this
so
business, you
are
said
there
that
no men Beachbody coaches?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Very,
They don't,
very
but they don't let them on this call because she said they're all women out there.
Yeah. They think they
Well,
forgot that there's dudes on their team.
I'm gonna be L50.
Yeah.
Xcal, usually the men are signed up as a coach under their wife, so
Ah.
therefore they can be a controlled account for them to be able to rank up.
Well, I mean, being a husband, I get the whole controlled account thing. I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, my husband was a controlled account the whole time I was a Beachbody coach.
My husband didn't know.
And still is now, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. He knows now. He didn't know then until
Oh my
I
god.
told
He
him
just
about
found
his rank.
out kind of recently.
Just found out.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad can't breathe right now. Oh my god.
Lives into our own hands,
drink
and
to
now
that.
we are about to zoom into 2023 with all this new, invigorating information, and we are so excited for you. So take stock, spend the next couple of weeks with your family, look at your business, look at these changes, talk to those around you, to your coach friends, to your team, to maybe people who used to be in your business and aren't anymore, and you know would be excited about this. There are so many chances to reinvigorate fire and energy and passion and empower everybody for this opportunity that we know is the absolute
They better
very
stay out
best.
of my
So we
DMs.
thank you for your time.
I got
and
cold
we hope
messaged
that
by
these
someone
things
when I followed him
invigorate
on my
some
Instagram
new,
account. It was awful.
just positive energy moving into 2023, and we're so honored to be doing this with you. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and we will see you all in January.
Oh my god.
Recording stopped.
So this like life-changing call was nothing. There was nothing
Nope.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's an hour and 9 minutes of
My
your,
heart
of your
is
life that you'll never get
exploding.
back again.
Yeah, we're never gonna get that back again.
Nope.
Yeah.
At
Oh
least
my
we had
God.
whiskey, though.
Oh my gosh. Xcal.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm really not
I mean, I
good
did get a
guest, am I?
buzz.
You were a good guest. You're a good guest.
Maybe you should
Cheryl
call up
got a
Hunter
buzz.
and see if he can
I got a
he can
buzz.
help dig you out of this ditch.
We'll call Hunter for next one. Oh my god. So they spent 4 days coming up with that, and that was the magical, insightful, earth-shattering news. That PowerPoint was the earth-shattering PowerPoint that they came up with.
The new recognition plan, yeah.
So they're going to have new badges and
The gold stickers.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they're going to be hand-drawn on that poster board, and then they're going to do little stickers on next to their name.
Unbelievable.
Seriously, the thing that kills me though is this is a team specific thing. So they're like, you're never going to go backwards. Beachbody puts you backwards every time you do not maintain a rank. This chart means nothing.
Yeah.
You will lose your rank. You do it all the time. Beachbody doesn't care what Lindsay Matway's team is going to do.
Nope.
Like that does not impact whether you're a diamond coach or a 1-star diamond. They are like trying to do everything they can to make it seem like the best.
Yeah.
And because they know everyone's leaving.
I just don't know how you're going to incentivize people to stay in Beachbody when the big, shocking, all-inspiring, awesome new thing that they're bringing to the table is a non-monetary, just basically a verbal and written recognition to share the stories. I'm just saying, like, I'm not necessarily a money person, but like I like kind of good gifts sometimes, and like a pat on the back and like, you know, an Instagram post isn't really gonna do it for me, and I don't think it's gonna do it for the other coaches either. I don't know.
Like to me, I think for me, my philosophy was always you need to have enough money to cover your needs and to be sufficient.
Sure.
The other things are great on top of it. Well, we know that 97% of them are not making enough money to cover even their costs. So a name on a board is not going to do anything until you fix that. And you can't. You can't fix it.
Yep. Well, gosh, I can't wait to download all of these I can't wait to download all of these graphics for us cuz that's going to be a good time. I'm going to send them to everybody in our group chat. I mean, we took some good screenshots, so I think that's good, but I mean, Avery's in user experience. I think Avery probably lost her mind with that PowerPoint too. But I just am like, that's 24, 48. I don't know. Is that 96 hours of time? That's not 96. I don't know how many hours that is, but like it's 4 days of hours.
Yeah, 4 days worth.
That they didn't do anything, in my opinion.
Well, the bottom line is they came out with something that was very underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
We recognize it as being underwhelming, but the team is gonna eat it up because they think it's reinventing.
I mean, there was a lot of rah-rah and cheering on the chat. There's no question about that. But once everyone sleeps on it, the bottom
they're
line
gonna be
is
like, huh?
There's nothing there. There's no meat to
Yeah.
that sandwich.
And
Forgive
it's
me,
just
all you vegetarians that are on the chat.
Oh, please excuse Xcal. He's not exactly politically correct at all. So he, may just burn my channel down.
I'll go over in the corner and drink another whiskey.
Oh my gosh, you can't. I can't carry you downstairs. So, oh my gosh.
No more whiskey.
No more whiskey.
No, it kills me.
Wait a minute now. I had the Ireland and the USA, so I'm sure that there's a Scotland around somewhere.
Oh my god, sir,
I
sir,
think
mute.
Just don't go downstairs.
Yeah, I'll just wheel him. I'll put him on a little piece of cardboard and just slide him downstairs. And get some food into him.
Okay, so I just want to say one more thing. Because they were talking about how fantastic it was in this time flexibility and time freedom. Natasha gave birth less than 48 hours ago and was posting weight loss stuff today.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Standing on the scale.
Oh god.
Right? Yeah, standing like this picture was taken the day before I gave birth, but this was my final weight and I'm so excited to get back into my daily weigh-ins. I'm like, it's 2 days. 2 days. Stop.
3 days postpartum. 3 days.
They cannot stop.
And
you have
Just
Kat
was
in the
talking-
car driving cross country, setting up her phone to do her call with her team while driving it. Like, seriously?
That's kind of a situation where I'd be like, I'm in the car on a road trip. I'll see you in January. Have fun with your families.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, another person in the live chat, Emma, used to be a top Beachbody coach. She was a single or double star diamond. One of the Beachbody coaches, so Emma had just had a C-section, and her upline told her, if you don't get on that Zoom call and show up to that meeting, I'm going to revoke my mentorship to you. So she had just had her C-section, had her baby laying next to her in the hospital. She has her computer open with a picture to show evidence for the upline that she was committed.
What does revoking mentorship mean?
You get like removed from groups. You're not going, like, it's a whole thing. It's like shunning,
You get removed
but not.
from, yeah. Yeah. you
Yeah,
get removed from
shunning is a good
Facebook
way to.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole wild thing that you don't see. Like, you don't see all this stuff if you're just looking at, like, oh, MLM, multi-level marketing, direct selling, there's recruiting, there's commissions.
Yeah.
But when you see kind of all of the stuff that goes on, like, it's more than that, you know? It's like more twisty.
Well, the bottom line is you get a bunch of people involved in something like this.
Her 3 days postpartum picture, and she's like, I'm already down 4 pounds in 3 days.
You just had a baby, wouldn't you? Okay, never mind. I'm that's just wild. It's just broken
is what it is.
It's broken.
It's broken.
It is. And to
Only
think
down
that
4 pounds so far. You just had a baby.
Hold on though, like, okay. I know that when I had a baby, I lost a lot more than 4 pounds immediately because the baby weighed.
Well, I'm
5 or
sure
6.
I'm sure she's taking into account the baby weight and then everything else. But
there's a picture
even
of her
talking
scales.
about this is feeding
Ridiculous.
into the insanity. It just is feeding into the insanity of this whole culture of mind manipulation. It just is.
But it's not about the body. It's not about weight. It's this health esteem thing that they have invented.
There is no mental health esteem thing involved when you're weighing yourself after you've had a baby 3 days ago.
Nope.
There's just
Nope.
not.
No.
So what would you say, Xcal, if a Beachbody coach ends up finding this? Because sometimes that happens where people secretly watch our videos, and let's say they get to the end. What would you say to someone who's in Beachbody, who's totally bought in, but, you know, maybe some of this makes them pause? What would you say to that person?
Are you saying that the Beachbody coach is looking this from an evaluation perspective, or just looking this to say, oh, they were snooping on our Zoom call?
Maybe they thought like, oh, they're snooping, but they maybe some of the stuff like makes them pause a little bit, and maybe if there's an opening for them to take something and maybe mull it over, what would you say to that person?
I think I would probably encourage them to use their good judgment, if assuming that they really are evaluating the pros and cons. Unfortunately, so many of these folks in whatever they're doing are so bought in that it's almost like not almost like, they just don't listen to any of the negative, because they've been coached, and they've heard that the negative are the enemy. Those people are the ones that are not. They'll drag you down. They'll pull you into the dark zone, if you will.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, so much of that, they're not evaluating it from a standpoint that a normal person would evaluate it from. They're evaluating it from the perspective of, I've got the Beachbody tattoo, and anything that's negative about Beachbody is automatically rejected as lies and falsehood. And unfortunately, they have to get to a point where they start questioning before they can look at things in a rational manner. It just is.
Right.
I mean, that's the case.
I'm so glad I didn't get the tattoo when I went to Summit.
Wait, there was a shared tattoo? Oh my gosh, I kind of forgot this.
Absolutely,
Amy!
there was a shared tattoo the year I went to Summit.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess same question for all of y'all. What would you say? Like, let's say someone's at the point where they're, maybe they're open, but maybe they're in the middle, and they're kind of thinking like, am I in a cult, or am I in a high control group? Is this negative? maybe my group isn't negative, but I've got questions. Cheryl, what would you say to that type of person?
I think I was that person not too long ago. And today I did a YouTube interview with Kat, and we were talking. And when I started talking to her about like when I started noticing the red flags, like didn't really want to like acknowledge them, right? I wish that I would have found the anti MLM creators before I did, because it would have made me feel like my feelings and my thoughts the red flags I was seeing were not all in my head, if that makes sense.
So here's a question for you: were the red flags related to the interactions and the verbiage you were hearing, or was they related to the fact that your bank account was going negative and not positive?
And so the interactions and that was actually the community aspect of Beachbody was what kept me in longer than what I should have been.
Sure.
Because I didn't want to lose my quote unquote friends. What really started making me second guess everything was I started seeing my bank account, and I started having a profit and loss statement showing what I was making, what I was spending.
Yep.
And I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. So and so that's basically what did it, you know? And I didn't really, for the last year and a half that I was in Beachbody, I didn't really like promote it or push it that much. If somebody wanted to join, then I would, sell it to them or whatever. But I didn't really try to build a team because I didn't feel like I should. Like I felt like it was an unethical type thing because if I couldn't afford it, how can they afford it? So what I would say to them is, if your significant other or a friend or somebody that you trust is actually saying to you, because I'm pretty sure most people have them saying this to them, because I know I did, are you really making money? Or don't you think that's just a little too much? Or have you checked, like, do you really need to spend more money this month? Check what you're putting out, right? And if you can say that you're not spending money, I want you to understand that you need to have a conversation with a lot of people that have left. Maybe reach out to people that have left and see how their relationships and friendships are, because that's what kept me in for so long. I don't talk to anybody from my old team or group.
So here is something I would tell someone from any MLM is that business doesn't survive analytics that say no. If your analytics say no, then the bottom line is you either have to change the business, re-energize the business, or go find another business, because business can't survive negative analytics. And put a P&L together, look at it. Does it make sense? If the P&L makes sense, then great. Then all the other stuff is that's fine. If the P&L doesn't make sense, then all the other stuff is designed to keep you at a place where you're not making money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You're right.
Jen, what about you? What would you say to someone if they get to this part in the video and they, haven't blocked us to high heaven and they're kind of open to something? What would you say to them?
I think I would just I'd ask them questions first and then have them ask me their questions. I think it's more about asking why they want to talk instead of talking to them. Yeah. It's kind of like you use the motivational interviewing techniques to get to things. And then the questions they ask me, I'd be like, okay, go ask your upline the same questions and see what they say.
So are you open to people dropping in your DMs?
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody does. You guys get I don't give anybody my DMs.
But I think because I think that if you tell them to go ask their upline, like that almost sets them up for failure, like while they're questioning, for me, because I know If I would have asked these questions, I may have been removed from the groups for thinking negatively
Or
and
they're going to spend a
asking,
whole bunch of time pitching you on why, you're
right.
thinking the wrong way. You have
Well,
stinking
that's when you
thinking,
talk, you have the
and frankly,
conversation
you
with
need to
them
get your
first.
mind
You're like,
right.
this is
Yeah,
probably
you're
what's
right.
going to happen when you ask them these questions.
Yeah.
They're going to push back. They're going to try and convince you that I'm foolish. This is foolish. No, don't believe this.
Yeah.
This is wrong. This is what you can lay out for them. This is what they're going to do because
Yeah.
it's what they're going to do.
You're right.
But unlike for Cheryl, I didn't have the community aspect of it. Mine was more of a mental health disorder in the form of an eating disorder. I
Yeah.
needed that control over my food and exercise. That's why I stayed in for so long. Because my community, once my ex-sister-in-law, yes, quit without telling anybody, I didn't know anybody on my team.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have, I had the people that came in with me, but I also never pushed anybody to be a coach, which my upline was like, you need to sign them up as a coach. It's like, they can't afford Shakeology every month. I'm not signing them up as a coach. They get BOD. That's it. So I really didn't have the community aspect, but I had the control over my disorder.
So just really quickly from a leader perspective or from a healthy business relationship perspective, if someone on your team that you're like an employee or maybe whatever, someone, I don't know how to do the structure in a corporate one, but what does that look like if someone comes to the CEO or a manager with a question? What's a healthy way to that it should go? Because a lot of times in these MLMs, like they're saying, you're going to get repitched as to why you're thinking the wrong way. You're going to get removed from groups because the anti-MLM got you and you're infected now, and they don't want you to infect any of the other team. So, like, what's the standard? And then if there's different behavior, maybe people start asking questions. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think that what you're trying to say is like when like if you're in a leadership position at work and you have an employee that comes to you with questions, comments, or concerns, what is the right way to handle that?
No, okay, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Is that what you're trying to say, DC? Is that how?
Yeah. Yeah, from like, I would say my dad's relatively a healthy leader, albeit scary sometimes, but I'm talking about like, I worked for him for a little while. I just had to slide it in there, just like, right, just slide it in there. But I would say like, if you're looking for a no drama filled approach, I experienced that with him. And so, and also if you've also been in negative relationships or negative work relationships or unhealthy work relationships, you might not know what a healthy work relationship should look like from your upline or from someone above you. So I didn't know.
I think for me being in, and I'm not trying to answer for you, Xcal, but for me, when I was in sales leadership and I had a team below me, like a real team, right? I always used the open door policy for people, for them to talk to me about their questions, their comments, or their concerns or their frustrations. But I'll also build a really good relationship with our HR person. And I know that's probably not the way that some people do it, but I built a really good relationship with we had a designated HR person for our department. And I would filter those, like I would tell my people, I really believe that if you're feeling this way, you need to speak to our HR, to HR. But I would also, if it was like my leadership issue, I always felt comfortable enough to be able to go to my leader, my director, and bring it to his attention. And I think that's a healthy way. I mean, maybe it's not, but I think that
it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And involving other people in a conversation like that is absolutely critical. I think if someone is talking about their life and their direction, and I mean, they're obviously going through issues and struggles as far as that's concerned, and that the assumption is that person is successful at what they're doing, not because obviously if the person is not accomplishing and achieving the things that they want to achieve, then that is a very real issue that probably has been discussed with them prior to that point in time. In other words, if
Right.
they're not accomplishing their goals, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or if they're not achieving what they want to achieve, they're not making the kind of money they want to make, whatever the case might be, then that's probably already been a discussion topic with them, or at least it should have been.
Yeah.
And so I think involving other people is absolutely critical. I think also the ability to be able to say, look, let me step out of this from a relational dynamic, and let's just look at the specific. Let's look at the the pros and cons of what you're talking about, and help them learn how to process those kinds of decisions in a healthy, meaningful way. Unfortunately, most of the situations that you're talking about relative to a multi-level marketing situation, there's a lot of bias, and there's a lot of conversation that goes on that isn't necessarily in the best interest. It doesn't necessarily talk about what's right for you. It's about what's right for the company, what's right for the team.
Right.
And unfortunately, it also creates a situation where people get isolated from the group, and that creates a lot more emotional issues and emotional trauma as far as that's concerned, as they're trying to make a decision about what the right thing to do is. But the bottom line is the reason that they're bringing this up is because they're not making money. They're not happy about where they are because they're paying into the company and they're not seeing anything come out. 99 times out of 100, I would imagine that's the reason why they're struggling, because they're tired of supporting, whatever, enter the MLM's name, whatever their stock price is, by pouring money in and not seeing anything back. And their husband or their wife or their significant other, in whatever case, whatever the case might be, has said, hey, look, we need to make a good decision about our finances right now. Don't worry, not counting all the relationships and all the warm fuzzies. Why are we spending all this money and not seeing anything in return? And that's a very real issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I just wanted to add to that, so I did human resources for like 15 years. The difference is, like, a company will have policies and procedures in place. They have complaint resolution where you go to your skip level and then you go to human resources or you go to a director. There's no complaint resolution.
Mm-mm.
Your direct upline can immediately cut you off from everything. And there's nothing you can do about it.
And there isn't, because you can't switch coaches.
No, and the policies and procedures that Beachbody has in place is to protect them, not to protect any of the coaches. They don't care. You are replaceable. And so there's no one that you could go to. I mean, as HR, people would come into my office all the time and say, hey, this is what's going on. I need help. And I could help them because I was a separate person. I wasn't in their direct organization, and it could be confidential, and they could ask me those hard questions. They could ask me those things. And likewise, if they were being mistreated, I could do something about it.
Right.
There's nobody to do anything about it when these leaders are just jerks. There's no one to help the people.
Or the bottom line is, even if they're not necessarily jerks, that their incentive is based on that person staying in and continuing to pay money to the company.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the foundation of the relationship.
If that person if that person leaves, you lose the commission from that person.
Exactly.
Or the volume.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which you see that they are definitely focused on volume now. So that makes it even worse.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, no, come on now. They also get those. They get those levels that they get to record. In addition to that.
They get their stars.
Let's not forget that. And they probably get gold stars they get to wear on their,
Okay, Xcal, but tell the screen you're being sarcastic, because if Carl Deichler finds this video, he's probably going to think that you're being serious, that it's actually a good prize to get
Carl
those things.
thinks I'm being serious, and his stock price needs to go down even lower.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, so last answer, Amy, if someone finds this video and they are open to hearing something, or I don't know, what would you tell that person?
So for me, what it came down to was looking at, okay, why did I join this business? What were my health goals? What were my business goals? What were all of these things? And now what is the result? Well, the result is I've been yo-yo dieting. I now have an obsessive issue with food. I am developing really disordered behavior. I'm not maintaining my results because I have to have these before and afters for each. So like, how is my health truly? Physical health. And then like, okay, business, how have I done? What is my profit and loss? And putting that out. And then one of my main drives was I wanted to help other people do those things. Okay, people that you have been helping, how are they doing? Because guess what? I did make okay money. No, I lie. My husband would be like, no, you didn't. I made okay money in a different one, but nobody under me made any significant income ever. And they just had costs. So am I okay with that morally and ethically? Like, that's where I got to be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't support it because I'm not achieving any of the things that I set out for.
Yeah. I think those are all good things to ponder and to think about. If you got to this end of the video, like the stream, love that. I was trying to make this stream to everyone's channel, but surprise, had technical difficulties. So I'm going to be sending this to all of my Snark buddies so that they can upload on their channel if they want to. Live chat, you've been incredible as usual. And replay crew, much non-culty love to you. Please don't join Beachbody, but we're a little biased, so we can say that. We will catch you on the next live stream or next SNARKMAS, and we will let you know the voting if Xcal is going to be able to join us. So
We want to hear how the Scottish
everyone.
Yeah, we have to try a Scottish whiskey next live stream.
There you go.
I don't know if you can handle Carl. Well, you've already tried to react to him, so we'll find another video for you to react to. Okay, thanks guys. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.